world to the Gentleman's Lounge. I'm Peyton and I'm your host, and welcome to the Gentleman's Podcast. Today we're going to talk about Deshaun Watson. I read an article that was saying that Deshaun Watson is in danger of not playing at all this year due to the 22 or so sexual assault charges that he has currently pending against him. And I'm not going to talk about whether or not he's guilty or innocent. What I am going to talk about is how this occurred and, different ways that you can look to avoid getting in similar situations. But before that, I'm going to move on to the first segment, Ask a Gentleman. Typically, I get these now. Initially, I was getting them through Instagram and Facebook, things like that. But now I get them from just normal guys that I know that I come across, whether it's guys when I'm working out at the gym or just guys I know that's in my circle or my brother's circle or my friend's circle. And so I have two. I won't say any names, I'm just going to talk about the subjects. So the first thing, a guy sent me a text message and he was asking me about a particular woman he was dealing with. And this is how it reads. He said, this chick I smashed 3 times in a week told me Tuesday that she doesn't want to hurt me and she wants to end our little situationship after a week. LOL. This is after she watched my dog for a few days. I wasn't trying to get into a relationship with her or anything. I was just going with the flow and smashing. What you think she was thinking? Okay. One, I don't know what a situationship is. I'm old school with it. It's like either we smashing and that's it or not. And what I told him, I texted him something different than what I'm about to say, but it's going to be similar. I talked about how when I had what they call a situationship or friends with benefits or whatever, or what I was just smashing, meaning that's it, that's all you're getting. It was with a particular woman. Last time I did something like that, I was maybe in my early 20s. And me and this woman never really conversated, went out, did anything but sex. She didn't know anything about me. If I had a dog, she would have knew, because it was all about sex. What else do you know about me? All I'm doing is piping you down. And then I told him like 3 times in a week is excessive. I mean, listen, it's only about the sex, but all I'm giving you is what I feel like giving it to you. I don't have to give it to you 3 times a week. That's excessive. That's like relationship sex. And if you have a high sex drive, I understand that. But you said you had her watching your dog for 3 days and all of that. So she thought you was trying to get serious with it. And the way I look at it is the way I treat women according to how they want to be treated. Your words say one thing, your actions say another. She told him she didn't want to hurt him and she was seeing other people. So she thought he was catching feelings for her. And she felt like, it's just sex. I'm just having sex. I'm having sex with more than just you. So why are you feeling like, you want to get to know me and everything like that? And I told him, what you did was you opened yourself up to her a little bit, and that's not what she wanted. All she wanted was the sex. All she wanted was the pipe. And then on top of that, 3 times a week is excessive. And it's like, a lot of dudes think that the more sex you have with a woman, the more control you have over her. No, the more sex you have with a woman, the more mystery you get taken away from you. You know what I mean? Because sex shouldn't be the main way that you keep a woman interested. Because if it is, she's gonna find somebody else to have sex with. But I guess his whole situation is based off sex. He should have kept it about sex. Never brought in anything about no dogs, anything like that. He should have just kept it what it was. But he didn't keep it what it was. You know what I mean? He tried to, finagle a little bit. He can't, And, it moves right into the next one. I was talking with guys at the gym, and a guy was just like, man, he was complaining about Instagram and the effect that it has had on women these days. And I told him that, if you really feel that way, then don't deal with those women. But in his mind, he felt like, man, if I get with an Instagram model, she can't do all that no more. She's going to have to change, and I had to stop him. I'm like, that's like if you go in a strip club and you see a woman shaking her body for ones, and then you get with her, you like, yeah, man, now that me and you about to get serious, you need to stop stripping. That's hypocritical. You'll do better just going for the woman that you want in the first place. But the truth is, secretly in a lot of men's minds, they like nasty women. And they want to turn the hoe into a housewife. It can't be done. It can't happen. But you want to do it anyway. You're going to find yourself hurt. You'll do better just go and find yourself a nice girl. Somebody who's not all into Instagram, who doesn't need all that attention that you can't afford to give her. Simple. Me, myself, I've never been into that Instagram model type of thing. Never been into strippers. It's not my type of woman. Never been my attraction level. I never was like, oh, check that out. Just never was my thing because I felt like it was so fake. The attention was fake. Anything that she gave you. You go to strip club, she's not necessarily going with you because she thinks you're attractive. She's doing it because she thinks you have money to give. That's just what it is. So for me, that never set well with me. So I only deal with women that I think that, the women I like. I'm not going to try to change a woman. You know, it's not going to happen. I'm going to get the woman I want who works with my value system already. Because that's like a woman getting with me and trying to get me to go to church. It's not going to happen. So you might as well get with a man who go to church every Sunday. It's going to be easier. Give you less stress. So now we're going to move on to the main topic of the day. The main topic is Deshaun Watson, right? But he's not the only one. You see a lot of athletes feel like they're invincible, untouchable. And mostly it's in football, but not limited to football. And I wanted to come up with a few points to why Deshaun Watson feels this way and ways that a person can avoid these things. So the first thing I came up with was the first reason that Deshaun Watson got caught up in this situation. And if you're not familiar with the situation, he has 22 counts of sexual assault for different massage therapists that he hired to give him massages, and then eventually he asked for sex. You know, I don't know what happened. I'm always an innocent to proven guilty kind of guy. But what I do know is that Deshaun Watson didn't seem to be very cautious in the way that he operated. So, and the first thing that I figured out was because athletes are spoiled. I'm an ex-athlete. I played college football. I ran track my whole life, pretty much, up to my junior in high school. I played football my whole life. And what I know about being an athlete is people give you effusive praise, adulation. Oh, you're the greatest. You're the best. They love you. They treat you with the same amount of love that, good-looking women get. So if a woman's like very good-looking her whole life, open, people just, oh, come on through. Oh, you're so beautiful. People give you a lot of praise for being an athlete, and they don't expect you to evolve in other ways as a human being. When you're not an athlete, right, you're expected to do different things well. As an athlete, no one cares what else you do well. Can you play? And Deshaun Watson is a hell of a quarterback. He's making $39 million a year to prove it. And I know one thing, if I'm making 39 M's a year, I'm not putting it at risk for nobody. But the problem comes in that a lot of men struggle to control the small head. Right? They struggle to control their sexual urges. So the first thing is, he probably felt like, who wants to harm me? I'm Deshaun Watson. These women love me. So he hires a massage artist, gets them to come to his house to do regular massages. Then he thinks that, I'm Deshaun Watson. They're going to want to have sex with me. Why not? Okay. So the first thing that you need to do in order to protect yourself from this is first you want to protect your reputation. Deshaun Watson's reputation is shot. So what he didn't understand is that, because he's under 25, what he didn't understand is that everyone doesn't love you. Every woman doesn't love you. Every woman doesn't want to sleep with you. Some women might look at you and say, I'm going to tear you down. Maybe he's guilty. Maybe he's not. I don't know. What I do know is if I was Deshaun Watson, I wouldn't have been in that situation. Because you know why? You have to one, protect your name. Because once your name's gone, you can never get it back. Michael Vick had the dogfighting situation over a decade ago. Go on any Bleacher Report or ESPN comment section when they mention Michael Vick's story. It's going to be dog jokes. Oh, he's a dog killer. Because his name is forever tarnished. And his name is tarnished because guess what? If you're an athlete, you are held to the highest standard in America. Higher than any president, any congressman, any senator. You're held to a higher standard than anybody else. You want to be the kind of man that learns from the mistakes of others rather than the mistakes of yourself. People always say, experience is the best teacher. Experience is not the best teacher. The first man to get bit by a snake, he died. And then people learn that snakes kill you. That's what experience taught him. Experience can kill you. It can teach you, but it can kill you. The best way to learn is to learn from the mistakes of others and to have a mentor or someone who can guide you along your path to stop you from making mistakes. So, first thing I would do is, if I was Deshaun Watson, I would have publicists. I would have a law team on deck already on retainer year-round to protect me. That's the first thing I'd do, because you need to protect your image over everything. The second thing he could have done was create a fortress around himself. Like I said earlier, with the law firm, right? The publicist and a security team, right? What these people do is they protect you 24/7. You don't have to think about things. Another thing is that I think that his circle wasn't wise, because I know anybody I'm friends with, I know what they're doing sexually a lot of times, somewhat. But to a T, you'll be like, man, I'm getting girls. Like if a guy come to me and say, man, I'm getting these massage artists, man. But then, when we get in there, I go at them and, see if they're going to let me smash. I tell them never do that. That's stupid. You're going to get yourself locked up. You're going to lose money. Trust me. You're going to be in jail, or you're going to be facing jail time. You're going to have to pay everybody off to keep them silent. Why? Because you got to understand. You're trying to take professional women and put them in a personal situation. You're trying to mix business with pleasure. And some women might do it, but they might feel like they're special. And then if you prove that they're not special and you're doing something, they might, you know what? He treated me like I was nothing, I'm going to make him pay. Or a woman could take it as, you know what? I felt uncomfortable. Because she really did come there to do a job. And you try to basically turn it into sex. What he should have did was, and I'm never okay with tricking, but what you should have did was, when you have these strange fetishes, you need to get somebody that's professional to take care of those fetishes. If you want erotic massages, you need to pay for erotic massages. That's what you need to pay for. You're trying to pay for a regular massage and then say, oh, on top of that, can you give me an erotic massage from a regular massage artist? That's foolish. I mean, that's extremely foolish. If anybody think it's not foolish to say, man, I hear guys say stuff like, yeah, man, I know, he didn't do it because I don't know nothing. What I do know is that he was extremely foolish. That's not a smart move to make. And whoever's in his circle need to reevaluate that circle. Because anybody who had any sort of intelligence or experience, or learned from somebody who had intelligence or experience, they would have told him that was a bad idea. One thing you also have to keep in mind is, once you're accused of a crime, you'll always be that crime. Always. And Big Ben, for instance. Big Ben was accused of rape. I don't know what exactly. I think it was rape. And people still call Big Ben a rapist. I mean, so many years later, even though I don't think he was acquitted. I think the case didn't make it to court. But once your name is gone and ruined, you'll always be that crime that you've been called. You're always going to be that. And you have to be aware of that. So you have to protect yourself, uniquely. If you have a situation where you want to just sleep with women all day, every day, man, you have to know that it could come back to bite you, especially in the era we live in. A woman's word is powerful. If a woman says you did something, guess what? They're going to believe you did it. And guess what? If it comes down to it that you didn't do it and all the words don't come out, they're going to accuse you on the front page and exonerate you on the back. So nobody will know you even got exonerated. They say, oh, he got away because he had power and privilege. That's what they'll say. And he's in danger of missing an entire year. Meaning 39 M's down the drain. And you don't know how this could, affect his career going forward. Maybe they could cut him and not have to pay him anything else. We don't know what's in his contract. Did he violate any sort of rules that could get him cut, paid nothing, get the Texans off the hook? And then guess what? If another team signs him, they're going to make him sign a strange contract, and they're going to underpay him. They're going to make 39 M's no more. They're going to cut him down to maybe 15. Now, 15 is a whole hell of a lot of money, but it's half of what you had. Less than half of what you had. I think that another thing that athletes don't do is they don't make the people around them gain their trust. Because when you're an athlete, everyone wants access to you. Everyone loves you. Everyone wants your autograph signed. I know he was the king of Houston. H-Town. So I know everybody seen him. They loved him. The kids wanted his autograph. The men wanted the autograph and pictures. The women wanted autographs and pictures. So you learn to gain trust from almost anybody. You got anybody around you, the women that come around you, because you feel like you're Deshaun Watson. Who wants to hurt Deshaun Watson? Everyone's on my side. I want to get traded from Houston. I don't see any fans saying I should stay. I see fans backing me up. We gave us everything. It's the ownership. But what you don't know, America's favorite pastime is building someone up to the pinnacle and bringing them back down to the base. They love it. They love to tear men down. Tiger Woods was at the top, billion-dollar athlete. Tiger Woods is greater than Deshaun Watson. And the only thing he did was cheat on his wife. That's not even illegal. That's all he did. Cheat on his wife. And that's not illegal. But they tore him down. Because he wasn't smart. Because he had to hook up with a woman and make it personal. And he had the woman calling his cell phone, calling his home. He wasn't being smart. And he knew it was going to be a big story. And they took him out. He lost money. He lost his Nike endorsement. He lost peace of mind. He was stressed out. Tiger's not the same man that he once was. It devastated his career and his life. Tiger got into a car wreck maybe last couple months or so. He's done. Can't even do the game he loves anymore. This is what these things do to you. And he's just letting these women around him, right? And he's at fault. Because he just doesn't want to spend the money to hire a professional. If I knew if I had some kinky fetish or something like, I would hire professionals. And I would make him sign non-disclosures to keep my image intact. I would do it. But he wants girls to love him because of his looks. Negro, please. It don't work like that, man. You're a target. You got money. You're famous. You're rich. You're a come up. You know, that's like if Lizzo, I'm giving Lizzo a massage. I understand it may be a different, level of attraction. But if I'm giving Lizzo a massage and Lizzo like, yeah, rub on my breast. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to. And she keep pushing me. And then I eventually do it. And I feel like, damn. Lizzo really, I felt uncomfortable, but I feel like if I would have said no, Lizzo could have trashed my career. Man, I feel like Lizzo really assaulted me on some level. Right? I could say the same thing. Lizzo assaulted me. Or I could go in there and be like, man, I'll do whatever. I need this bread. But then I find out other people saying that Lizzo assaulted them. Like, damn, Lizzo did make me grab them breasts. She did make me get close to them, to her creases. Yeah. Now I think back on it, I didn't want to do that. But I felt like, Lizzo a powerful person in the industry, and if she spoke bad on my name, then, I'd be out. Wouldn't have another opportunity. That's how easy it works. Because he didn't screen nobody. He didn't even have a screener. He didn't have a guy that said, whoa. Nah, I don't think this works. I don't think you should do this. He had nothing. He just walking around, making 39 M's plus a year. That's just his football salary, not counting what endorsements he had. Keyword had, because they're gone. And you think that nobody gonna try to take advantage of that? You're a fool. You're crazy. I think that one thing that I see a lot of athletes struggle with, particularly black athletes, is the whole keeping it real thing. Man, I'm keeping it real. I'm from the hood. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep my same my day ones. And sometimes you don't understand that relationships form because of lack of options. The only reason I was friends with some people I was friends with elementary school because they didn't have nobody else around. We didn't have no social media like it exists today in middle school. So I had to be friends with those people because I didn't have no many options. But some people can't go where you're going. You know what I mean? It's like Primetime said, yeah, I changed. My address changed, my phone number changed, my bank account number changed, where I drive, where I live. Yeah, it's all going to change. And some people are not ready for that change. It's like Marshawn Lattimore got caught with a dirty pistol. I doubt he had a dirty pistol. I feel like one of his friends had a dirty pistol and already had charges. So he held it to take the charge. Like, man, you got money, you got lawyers. Why don't be around anybody like that in the first place? Man, my lifestyle different now. Man, I'm money right. I'm good. I'm peaceful. That's how I'm trying to keep it. I'm not trying to keep it real. Look what happened when Michael Vick kept it real. He wasn't even at the house when they came and saw the kennels overran and everything like that. He didn't even stay at the house in Virginia. He had his partners, his posse, his homies, his ace boom coons, his day ones over there. And they ran the whole operation to the ground. And when it was time for that day one to take the charge, they all pointed their finger at Michael Vick. Couldn't do a year. Wouldn't even did that much. But because it was Michael Vick, they wanted to make a point out of it. But if I was one of the partners, I'm like, man, what's good? How much? Look, I need about 6 M's. And I got you. I'll sit 6 M's. I come out. I'm a felon. I'm good, but because I got my money now. Nobody wanted to sit. Michael Vick had to do 3 years. His whole career was in jeopardy. He was on a $100 million contract at the time for the Atlanta Falcons. He had the Nike endorsements, the Michael Vick experience. He was on the cover of Madden, all of that. And guess what happened? Zip in no time. He was done. A lot of times I see guys pointing out what the women are doing wrong. And rightfully so they are. But you got to be more cognizant of who you are and who you're around. You got to respect the savage. They got savages out here. It's like if I got a daughter, I'm not going to tell her to walk out alone because no one has the right to touch you. It's true. No one has the right to rape a woman, but they got rapists out here. No one has the right to take lives, but they have people who take lives out here. No one has the right to steal, but they have people who steal. If they have an area of the city and it's like, yeah, boy, you go out there, you're going to get robbed. They said they had 50 robberies in the last month. So I'm like, shit, they ain't going to rob me. They have no right to rob me. And I'm going to go out there and they put the pistol on my back, give it up. Yeah, they got savages out here who don't follow the law. You got to respect the savage. They got a lot of savages. I don't know if he assaulted 22 women. I don't know. I don't know if he didn't assault 22 women. What I do know is that where there's opportunity, this opportunity. I know if a person who didn't have no money, and I don't think 22 women would have came forward and said, yeah, he assaulted us too. Of course not. There's nothing to gain. But there's something to gain here. You just got to be smart. It is what it is. So if you guys agree with anything I said or didn't agree, go ahead and leave a comment in the bottom. I'd like you to follow this page, subscribe to the channel. If you guys want any questions answered, you can always hit me up on GHB.podcast at Instagram.com, or you can shoot me an email at gentlemen.hb4 at gmail.com. I'll leave the links in the description. You guys have a good one.